Hey YouTube, we're showing off my Kaywoodie collection, a sub-part of my pipe collection, and I've put out a couple of boxes of old American drugstore type tobaccos, 6 Kaywoodie pipes, and an old Kaywoodie advertisement, which is pretty interesting. I cut that out of a Pipes and Tobacco magazine. I wasn't really sure how to present these. Thought of different ways of doing this, and I'm going to try staying on the other side of the camera for this, just so that I can kind of bring stuff up a little bit closer for you, because you might be interested in some of the stampings and whatnot. The Kaywoodies that I bought new are this one here, this one here, and this one here. These three over here came hidden in pipe racks that I bought at an antique store, and I sort of gave that story my last video. You know, there was a hidden gem in each one of the pipe racks I bought, and give you a little idea of how to tell a Kaywoodie. Many of you probably already know, but you'll see a club like they use on playing cards stamped into the stem, and it's very prominent in the older Kaywoodies, which this is here. But as you can see, the ones that I bought, it's on the side of the stem right there. A little bit difficult to make out, especially whoops, I'm sorry, especially on this one here. Now, it's tough to date a Kaywoodie, as it is with many pipes, but out of the three that I got here, I was able to date this one back to somewhere between the late 30s and the early 1940s. This is a beautiful smoker. And of course, I had to do a lot of work to clean it up. The stem was discolored, as you can imagine. The bowl was just loaded with cake that I had to take out of there. This one here, I found that this type of a shape, the bulldog or a squat, I really like this with a little bit of a bend to it. This is a great smoker also. And this here is kind of a neat pipe, even though it has a small bowl, and I don't normally like that. This is a great right before bed smoker. You know, you don't want too much, but just something to put you to bed, and that's what I'll use this one for. Okay. The interesting thing to me about the Kaywoodies are their history. They were the Cadillac pipe to get, you know, back in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. This is what our fathers, our grandfathers smoked. And by today's standards, with, you know, your Savinellis, your French pipes, your Danish pipes, you know, they're not really considered the greatest pipe in the world, but they have a rich history, And you know, you would have seen the Grandeur tobacco, for example, sitting next to one of these years ago. You know, our grandfather smoking away, or Prince Albert, or Carter Hall. And what else can I tell you about Kaywoodies? They all have what's called the drink less system, where they have the aluminum condenser, which I guess the theory is that when the hot smoke goes by the condenser, it cools down the airflow. But I find that they do tend to smoke wet, or you know, you get gurgle if you don't clean them out, because they do tend to develop more moisture than a pipe that doesn't have a condenser. It's really easy to blow through the stem and, you know, clean the stem out, but you will get more in the shank here and in the bowl. But it is what it is, and I don't mind smoking them. They're really nice. What else? They're, you know, I consider them an important part of the collection. If not for their smoking, which I enjoy, for their rich history. If you have any questions on any of the Kaywoodies, drop me a line. I'm not an expert on them, but I have read a number of articles in Pipes and Tobaccos magazine. And, you know, maybe someday I'll do a little review on the different tobaccos, because that's always interesting. Everybody has a different view on the Prince Alberts and the Carter Halls. So I'll leave it at that, and everybody take it easy and keep them smoking.